Okay, what do we got left here? We got a kicker, shaft, large gear, and a ratchet gear. And these don't look like they're very high mileage items here. They're not. See how they're nice and sharp tooth there? A little bit of a chip on that one, but not too bad. Looks like this one's probably still working and not breaking your leg off. This has a later bush and it is loose. There you go. That is not supposed to come out like that. That has been loose for a long time. See the wear on that? So this was flopping around like crazy in there. So even though the gear looks good, it's not good. This bushing is not supposed to be loose in there. So he probably got some kicker issues with this bike trying to start it. See how loose that is? Yeah. Even though it doesn't look like it was slipping out, it probably was slipping. Good. And these here, you want to look to make sure that they don't have big wear marks in here where the disc gear comes across and eats right through the steel here. It comes right across there and puts big notches in there. That's bad. It does not release all the way because the angle is what kicks this gear over to disengage the ratchet mechanism. So this large gear looks pretty damn good. It appears to be pretty hard because it's not wearing. Usually aftermarket gears, they wear a lot. The Harley ones are brass coated. They're actually copper coated, so when you heat treat them, they don't harden the parts you don't want hardened. They're kind of a protective heat layer. This gear here looks pretty good. So it's got a good kicker gear. It needs a new bushing put in this one. Looks good. The shaft is looks like it's maybe straight. Yeah, it's not bouncing up and down. Looks straight. It's hard to tell with everything on it. It looks pretty straight. I have to take this nut off right here. You roll it. Nice and straight. See, this end's not wobbling. So there's a straight shaft. So that's good. Got a good shaft. So here's our kickstand. Got a lot of miles on that dragging on down. Looks like this thing was a pretty high up bike. They bent it to get even more height out of it. Probably got a big front end on it. This is an extended stand and it's worn a lot when they're trying to make it work. So that's not the best kickstand in the world. The rear motor mount. These like to break right through here. This one does not appear to be broken. The holes look like they're good too, they're not broken. It's got the nut still in it. It's probably a reproduction because it doesn't have a Harley number in it. Up, there it is up in there. It is a Harley one. It's got the Harley number up in there. This is probably an original. It looks like it's kind of new though, but maybe reproductions have that numbers up there now, I don't know. This one looks pretty nice condition for being a 900 part. I'm sure all these parts came off the same bike, so this looks like a real nice one. They didn't put washers in here, they just put nuts on here, so it kind of chewed that up. So this needs to be spot faced off and put washers in there next time you tighten them down. And you can see the mark in here where it was loose. See how it's all weathered looking there? And not here and not here. That bolt was loose. It was walking back and forth with dirt in there. I just rubbed it flat. So this needs to be resurfaced flat. All three of these need to be the same height. Yeah, this is worn quite a bit. You can see the wear marks right, how deep it is right there. Same thing happens up here on the frame, but it looks like it was tight against the frame. They did tighten those bolts up. This one here is a little loose here though. You can see this one here. So this one here is a little loose. This one up here, these other three look tight. So that one, same problem, a little looseness to it. Wear on it. So, a little bit more sheening on it. Your cylinder base nuts, they look alright. Pushrod covers and push rods. stuff for mocking up the motor with. Cheap parts for a mock-up motor. Alright, there you go. Always like getting hardware and the old stuff for putting motors, just for something to put together for registration or fitting up or something, whatever you're doing. Here's the hardware for that. So. Alright, not too bad. So I like the kicker stuff here, looks pretty good except for the bushing, but I can replace that. Carburetor's good over there. And this is nice, but needs to be a little machining on it to make it squared up. But it's not broken, so that's good. Alright, there you go. Sportster junk.